My scientist was Benjamin Franklin. He was born January 17th, 1706, in Boston, Massachusetts. He died April 17th, 1790, at the age of 84 in Philadelphia, Pennsylvania. He's from the United States, and his main area of focus was the electricity. 5 things that highlight his life. He was known for creating electricity through the natural way known as the lightning rod. He was known for creating bifocals, the Franklin stove, his career in the newspaper and editor, his establishment of the University of Pennsylvania. One of his inventions was the Franklin stove. In the 18th century, the stove was the main source of heat for homes. Most stoves were very inefficient, they produced a lot of smoke, and most of the heat went out the chimney. There was also the concern of sparks starting fires. So Franklin came up with a stove that had a hood-leg enclosure in the front and an airbox in the rear. This prevented fires and helped keep the heat produced inside. The stove also used a fourth less firewood than others did and generated twice as much heat. He denied the opportunity to make money on this product. He wanted it to be for the profit of joy it brought him to help people, not make money. Nowadays, those stoves are still around and they are worth up to $2,000 minimally. Discovering electricity at a new level. Franklin started with the knowledge of common element, which he named electric fire. The way he described electricity was fluid like a liquid. It could move between things, but it was never destroyed. He then wanted to create something to protect houses during a lightning storm. He created the lightning rod, which is a rod simply attached to the top of a building and connected to the ground through a wire. What happens is lightning strikes the rod, electricity passes through the wires, and the charge is conducted harmlessly into the ground. This protected people from being electrocuted and from fires starting in homes. Bifocals are eyeglasses with an upper and lower half, the upper half for distance and the lower half for reading. Bifocals are commonly prescribed to people with presbyopia, a condition that Franklin suffered from. Franklin wrote in August 1784 to his friend George Whately that he was happy in the invention of double spectacles, which serving for the distant objects as well as near ones, make my eyes as useful to me as they ever were. Franklin's career was most known for attacking Federalist political leaders, including George Washington and John Adams. As Gordon Wood said, no editor did more to politicize the press in the 1970s like he did. It is thought that Franklin's heated attacks may have contributed to Congress's passage of the Alien and Sedition Acts, which was 4 bills that were passed to increase the residency requirements from 5 years to 14 years and allowed the president to imprison or deport aliens who were considered dangerous to the peace and safety of the U.S. A young Ben Franklin helped launch the Library Company, America's first subscription library in 1731, and organized Philadelphia's Union Fire Company, modeled after Boston's in 1736. The Philadelphia Fire Department traces its roots to Franklin's company. In 1751, Franklin, along with Dr. Thomas Bond, founded Pennsylvania Hospital, the nation's first hospital to care for the sick, poor, and insane of Philadelphia. Perhaps Franklin's greatest and most enduring creation is America's first university, the University of Pennsylvania. His 1749 pamphlet, Proposals Relating to the Education of Youth in Pennsylvania, proposed a charter with power to erect an academy of the education of youth, to govern the same, provide masters, make rules, receive donations, purchase land and sea, and to add to their number from time to time such other persons as they shall judge suitable. His proposals became the basis for the Academy College and Charitable School of Philadelphia. The forbearer to Penn Franklin, president of the Academy College and Charitable School from 1749 to 1755, hired the university's first provost, William Smith, and served on the board of trustees from 1749 until his death in 1790. 20,000 people are said to have attended his funeral.